So, you need creative ideas for a communication campaign. You got your objectives set, you got tons of background research, and you got your creativity tools all lined up. But where do you start? What does your creative process look like? Do you even have one? Don't worry, let's create one together. If you've been in communications for a while, you would have surely participated in a fair share of creative brainstorms. There may be pitch meetings or ideas workshops. There's usually someone facilitating the discussion, and there may even be a process in place. Or it could be one of those sessions where people just shout out ideas, where those who are the loudest get their ideas heard. So how could you stand out in those sessions? What if the process that your facilitator follows doesn't quite align with how quickly you think or process information? So unless you can design and run your own brainstorms, what you need are the 7 P's of success. What are the 7 P's, you ask? Prior preparation prevents piss-poor practical performance. That's right. That's the secret nobody's talking about. Always be prepared before going into brainstorms. Think about the creative challenge you need to solve ahead of time, and use your own creative process to develop a number of ideas to take to the meeting with you. Then all you would need to do is build and improve on the ideas of others, which is a highly collaborative process on its own, and people will love you for it. And then find the right opportunity to pitch your own ideas from your back pocket. In any case, let's figure out your own creative process. So, you've started by defining your communication objectives, what you need to create, what you need to achieve, what are your key messages, your audiences, etc. You've then collected the background information on the project, which will be in the form of interviews, desktop research, stuff your team have sent around. Make sure you read through it all thoroughly. So now, the best way to start is with a mind map, which we discussed in detail in a previous video. This is where you build a map of all of your key elements on a piece of paper and then expand to create new word associations. Lay down all the information you have right in front of you. This is your first creative tool that you can start using immediately to generate new ideas. Once you've exhausted your mind map combinations, you may decide that you still need more or better ideas. Here's where I would recommend you use the random entry tool, particularly random images. With your mind map in front of you, open the best source of inspiration that you have curated, like a Pinterest board. Try to link what you see in that image with some of the elements in your mind map. For example, can you link that image to your audience or create a connection to your disease area? Work through each image in your inspiration bank until you have more ideas to add to the list. Now, along the way, your inspiration bank may just simply contain an image that's just perfect what you're trying to achieve. Maybe you found an image from a competitor campaign that you've saved for future reference, and you don't just want to copy that, of course. Well, here's where you can use the concept tool to simplify that image into a concept and then expand into alternative executions that you could use. By the time you've done, you'd have used at least 3 creative tools, and I guarantee you that you'll be looking at a dozen or 2 potential ideas for your communication objectives, which you can take with you to bounce off your colleagues in your brainstorm. It's a good idea to let those ideas simmer for a while, maybe overnight. Just sleep on them. When we sleep, we're able to access our subconscious in ways we can't really control or understand. You might wake up with something even better, or you will have more clarity on which ideas to just throw away. Finally, the last and probably most important aspect of improving your creative process is experience and inspiration. You must dedicate yourself to the pursuit of knowledge and inspiration within your own industry and beyond. You need to have a really good feel of what others are doing, what campaigns are working, what's gaining traction, what's winning awards, what are people talking about. Watch videos, read books, Read articles. Follow inspirational blogs. Think and analyze their success. Understand what works and what doesn't. What's been done before and what's new and different. Be infinitely curious. Curate and save your inspiration in your own personal inspiration banks that you can refer to at a moment's notice. This will help you develop your own opinion and good taste over time. What it will also do is fill your mind with enough inspiration to give you the potential for creative movement. Think of it this way: when your own knowledge and experience is limited, you are much more likely to reach a creative dead end. You'll have nothing else to grab onto, nothing to move you forward towards a better idea. There are two ways to fill those knowledge gaps. The first is to fill your mind with inspiration. When you feel that you are stuck, look through your inspiration boards and see what you can find to help you move forward towards a solution. Remember, your inspiration needs to be good. Garbage in, garbage out. The second way is simply to brainstorm with friends and colleagues. Other people will bring their own experiences to the table, and your synergy could help you fill those knowledge gaps in a similar way. But you can't always be sure that other people will have all the answers. Not everyone will put in the same effort as you. So there you have it. Creativity is a process, and your own creative process can take time. It takes effort and practice, but it can be simple. Don't leave creativity in the hands of the few with the fancy titles and expensive shirts. Take control. Be infinitely curious. Practice the skill of creativity, because anyone can be creative.